Day 6. I think I have cancer. Help me, Papa Franco. Woke up, shower, and got ready. For some reason, Simon looked more sick than usual. It looked like he caught a cold or something. QB face zoom in. Greater than. Simon didn't wanted to go outside, but I gave zero fucks by this point, and half convinced and half forced him to come with me. We first went south of the Great Kyoto. We tried to go to the Fushimi Sake district, which is famous for sake. Hence the name. While going there we saw a bunch of more ridos to love row houses and so on. Kyoto felt quite more non-city-like compared to Tokyo. The Victory Road to the district was filled with pain and Simon smoking in the broad daylight street. I told him lot of times before to not smoke in the middle of the street in Japan, but I just kept my mouth shut as I didn't wanted to start anything. Simon was being slow as fuck, so I went ahead. I looked back and saw him fucking way behind, so I sat down and waited for him. And guess what was waiting for me? Simon complained about how I went ahead without him. QB face zoom in. Greater than. So, you see kids. At that exact moment, I tried my best to be a civilized gentleman, and fucking let shit loose at Simon. He smoked in the middle of the street despite me saying that no one fucking smokes in the street in Japan and told him to fucking follow Japan's etiquette since we are in fucking Japan. He would constantly spit at the ground because of his damn smoking problem, which I'm sure he's not even addicted to truthfully, as he said he can't go without smoking for more than a week, and also nobody fucking spits on the ground in Japan. And finally his attitude of this whole trip was fucking shit. And oh boy, you wouldn't believe what he told me. He said, I should have then told him that he shouldn't smoke if I didn't like it. And he can't help but spit. And he doesn't care about anything but food. QB face zoom in. Greater than. Sigh. Honestly. I never knew such cancer dispenser could humanly exist. I'm going to be calm about it here, but then, I was really pissed. After hearing that, I told him that I constantly told to don't smoke, so him thinking that it's fine to smoke now is going to be okay if fucking retarded. And said fuck your spitting issues. And who the fuck only comes to Japan only to goddamn eat then sleep and watch movies all day at a hotel? I honest to God just wanted to either murder him or just go my own way. But, I tried to keep the situation under control. I reminded myself that Simon is a failure of a human being, and I should treat him as if I was trying to deal with a mentally challenged sped. No offense to mentally challenged people. Simon is worse. So, I kept myself under control and told him nicely to just please don't do that and reasoned with him. He fell for it and said he'll do his best. Phew. From then on, we were cool and arrived at the district. There were many restaurants and stuff, but most of them were closed. I assume it's because this was a sake district and they are usually open during the night? We were basically here at 12 p.m. or so yeah. We just bought some melon bread that Shana from Shakugan no Shana always eats. Got that off my checklist, and noticed that the melon bread was really sugary. It had sugar sprinkled, in fact. I liked it. Simon talked about how he wasn't able to tell the taste as his cold killed off his nose and he can't smell or taste currently. I was just disappointed that he didn't die from it. We looked around the place some more. We ran into some long slump-looking place. The street was underneath the overpass train thing and it had this Kowloon-walled city mood. It was interesting. There were these iron store entrance cover things and I commented how it would be pretty funny Gundam were on standby in there. Simon agreed. From there, we took the subway to Central Kyoto Station. We looked at the Kyoto Tower but didn't go up as we were poor little fucks, and looked at the two shrines near the station. We didn't go to the garden on the right as we weren't made of money. It stacks up, you know. Then we walked all the way to North Kyoto. Final destination was Kamo Shrines. The UNESCO shrines which also came out in the eccentric family. I wanted to go there really badly. Patrick face. Greater than. We saw various things. We saw a bunch of kids with the Lalai approved red backpacks, saw the Imperial Palace and Sento Palace, and so on. In the Imperial Palace area, Simon sat down on a bench near the entrance and said he'll have another cig break. Hey B0SS, I have cancer. Pink guy face zoom in. Greater than. Oh, another thing about the Imperial and Sento Palace. Brace yourselves if you are gonna go there. The place is filled with pebbles and it's fucking impossible to walk without stressing yourself. Funny how I saw a bunch of joggers who were training around here. Me on the other hand felt my soulless body being cooked. The road to the palace was long. It looked like a Pokemon egg hatching route. And I don't mean like just long. It was like way far away and you could barely see the palace, long. In other words, I think Satan exists. Well, I decided I was a dead man anyways and walked all the way to there. The journey was long and unforgiving. The pebbles were deep and I wondered what kind of sick joke was this. Well, I'm sure there is a meaning behind it, but I wasn't in the mood to give a damn at the time. At times, I saw images of the 9/11. Other times I saw Adolf Hitler giving the I Have a Dream speech. And finally, I personally didn't give a fuck whether people were offended by it or not. At long last, I reached the entrance. It was closed. Knee dropping. Greater than. I took a picture of the entrance at least and thought about something. I was sure Simon was still waiting for me back at the entrance bench. But that's like fucking 20 minutes or so away. But I personally don't give two fucks about Simon and just want to go see the Kamo shrines. After a long scientific decision-making of any mo, I decided to go back to get Simon. But in truth, I was like this close to just leaving Simon. This close. QB with bloodshot eyes. Greater than. I walked back a different route and saw a bunch of gardens and trees and happy people. I wondered if hell looked like this. So I got back, got Simon, and went north even more in honor of Crazy Zuko and the eccentric family. Unfortunately, stupid MC fuck Simon here said he got this and got us to the wrong direction. We passed the shrine basically. I really needed a can or beer or something at that point. I wondered if I had foxed eye. We realized that we passed it when we were in front of a subway station. So I just reminded myself that I was an idiot to listen to an idiot and we took the subway back to our hotel. We stopped by at the one and only Family Mart right in front of our hotel again. I got a regular hot dog, beef and a dog bun, and some milk. And then, I ate it. Like potato chip scene. Greater than. It was 7 p.m. and stuff. But we just lazed around, watched local Japanese TV, and random chat. Simon went out to smoke. I stayed in the hotel queues, fuck him. And that was the day 6 of my travel in Japan.